Yeah. Morning, everybody. It's bright and early. I don't know what time it is.
A little after 8 in the morning.
Little after 8. Oh, we're just about to do an interview for 103.5 in Nelson. Hold on.
Oh yeah, man on the move. 8:11. Tomorrow night down at the Capitol Theatre, Brooke Miller Don Ross is kind of best music guitar performance. They are playing down at the Capitol. 7:30 it all gets underway. And very pleased to be able to have Brooke and Don on the show now. How are you guys?
We are waking up.
Good morning.
You're in the process of waking up.
Yeah, slowly but surely. Yeah, we found espresso.
Where are you guys at the moment?
Go ahead.
We're in Merritt, BC. We're on our way out to the eastern part.
Nice. We're looking forward to having you here tomorrow night. So acoustic guitar, both you guys are going to be here. Tell us a little bit about what music we can expect from your show.
Well, Brooke and I each have solo things going on, but we do a lot of shows together. And when we do a double bill show, we're on stage together, and we do some solo things, and we also do a bunch of stuff together. So it's a nice variety. Brooke is being very silly. She's mouthing my words as I speak here.
No.
It's driving me nuts.
Sorry.
Joined at the hip. I guess she's allowed to do that.
Yeah, so...
like touring as a married couple?
Well, we kind of really lucked out in this situation. You know, we're also best friends, so it works out really well. We're great travel companions, and I mean, the first big trip we took together as a couple was Japan. So we went big before we. Yeah.
We went big and then we went home.
And then we went home. But so it kind of works out really well. I mean, we work so much together collaboratively in our professional lives anyway, with other musicians and together, and it turned into a really fantastic symbiotic relationship, and we consider ourselves pretty darn lucky that way.
I can imagine. I mean, do you find you tour often? I know you both do Sam solo and other work going on. How often would you tour together in a year, for example?
Well, this year, for example, you know, we go on and off years of touring heavily together. I'd say this year the majority of our touring is together, probably about 3/4. And this year, right into 2012, we're on the road. Probably
More than we're home.
More than we're home. We know that for sure.
Wow. And how does that? How is it? I mean, it must be nice being together, obviously, but being away from home for so long must be tough.
Well, we're pretty lucky because our daughter just got her own place, so she's 19 now. So we're basically all we have is a dog that needs to be taken care of. So there's a lot less responsibility than they're used to. You know, Brooke and I have been. I had kids already when I met Brooke, and we've had these kids to be responsible for all these years, and suddenly it's kind of like it's almost like we just got married now. We're like a young couple with no kids. It's a lot of fun, actually.
Nice. Yeah, you've been released.
We're on parole, I think. Maybe that's a better way to put it.
So you both come from different backgrounds musically, I suppose. So Brooke, why don't you tell us a little bit about your influences and the sort of music you listen to?
Well, I grew up on Prince Edward Island on the very other coast, and I grew up surrounded by music. As you know, there's a deep Celtic and traditional root system. I would say that growing up, going to kitchen parties and ceilidhs, and my parents are both very musical and very artistic, and so I grew up with a lot of that under my skin from the get-go. But then later on in my teens, I started a punk band and really was in a kind of a power trio punk band and got my kicks that way. And that was excellent for my kind of formative teen years. And it taught me a lot about, you know, listening to music, all genres of music, and really embracing all genres. It gave me a rounded perspective on the kind of music that I now do, which is edgy enough. It's edgy acoustic based, you know. I'm a fairly efficient guitarist and of both electric and acoustic, and I like to rock out, but hey, I can pitter-patter softly on the keys as well. So it's been cool to have all that background and kind of shape out what I do now in a lot of different tunings and some custom-made guitars, and kind of shape out my own sound based on a lot of different kinds of music in my history.
That's interesting, but you said you had that punk background there. Don, I understand you were training to be a priest when you were younger.
Wow,
oh no, that came up. Yeah, it was a long time ago. I had this wild idea, but fortunately I saw the light and left that whole thing. And well, I think I always really wanted to be a musician, but for me, I'm a bit of a nerd. You know, I'm really into the philosophy and all that kind of stuff. So I did a philosophy minor in my degree, and then I decided to pursue it a little more seriously. I studied scholastic philosophy in a seminary setting, but then being surrounded by men all the time drove me nuts, so I had to get out of there. So anyway, fortunately, I smartened up and got married, had kids, played music. I'm a lot happier that way.
Oh, and if you're happy, that's the main thing. Well, you're still teaching down at Housing University, is that right?
I did a 1-year contract as a part-time guitar professor there this past year, and the school year just ended, and our tour schedule was so heavy that I decided not to renew my contract for this coming year, which is sad because I actually really enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun. I had a really great class of beginners, plus I got to teach the very serious high-end guitar players privately, which was a lot of fun. And yeah, I would do it if I had the time, any old time, and I know that they've extended the invitation for me to come back whenever I can.
So what does the future hold for both of you guys? You've done so much work. I'm just looking at both your wires here. It's quite incredible. Is it touring now for the foreseeable future, recording, what else?
Both. All and everything above. We've actually rented, when we landed in Vancouver, we went right to Long and McQuaid to rent stuff to keep working on my next record. Don and I wear producer hats and stuff on recordings while we're on the road, so we're really just kind of doing everything all at once. We're touring a lot this year. We're pretty much doing a world tour between now and the new year. We've got
Brooke has a new album
I've
coming
got a
out in
new album
September.
coming out in September, and so my team and I are kind of collaborating that and giving it the proper push. But so that album is in kind of the final stages, and that's really exciting. But we're doing some of that on the road as well, all the mixing and crap. So yeah, so we jam a lot into our day. We rarely give ourselves much time off, and yeah, so it's.
Looking forward to that new album. That sounds pretty awesome.
Thanks.
Tomorrow night down at the Capitol Theatre, 7:30 the doors open. $20, and that includes HST. Hey, fantastic. So guys, thanks for coming on today. Looking forward to the show tomorrow.
Thank
Great.
you so much.
Thanks for doing this.
And there you have it. We have a little morning interview. We've had our coffee, and
Really good show. Looking forward to that. It's over the whale.
He's got an awesome accent.
By the bridge.
Okay, this is Brooke and Don signing off, and thanks for being here for the interview. Bye.